Yo, what's up? It's your boy Derek Branch here, SportsView360.com, covering the New Orleans Saints. And today I just want to talk about this article recently put out on Sportsnot.com from the contributor Andrew Buller Russ, and that's um, him naming the Saints as one of the teams that should try to pursue J.J. McCarthy in 2025. To me, I mean, before you can call it something like, before y'all can say, clickbait or anything like that, I think what he has to say in this story is, he has some valid points on what he says, regardless if you view it as clickbait or not. It's only an opinion post. It's only speculation. He doesn't have anything, any concrete information. He's just going off of what was recently put out on by NFL insider Adam Schefter, and that they do expect teams around the league to expect to pursue a trade for J.J. McCarthy in the offseason. But he just put out the teams that should make the move for the former Michigan Wolverine quarterback, the former first round draft pick for the Vikings last season. As many of you already know, McCarthy was expected to be the Vikings QB1 this season, but had a knee injury during the preseason that allowed Sam Darnold to come in and have his breakout season finally as an NFL quarterback. And according to a lot of reports out there, that the Vikings are really want Sam Darnold to come back next season and be the quarterback, the QB1, the quarterback of the future. He's not even 30. Darnold's not even 30 years old yet. Not even 29 yet. He's still he's just 27. So it makes a lot of sense. You got him on a cheap, relatively cheap contract, but that's going to change down the road. Probably going to get seeking a mega deal going forward. But it's probably going to be he may get franchise tag if they can't come to agreement on a new contract. But it makes a lot of sense to get some type of assets, draft capital to make your team better if you're going to um, part ways with a first round draft pick like J.J. McCarthy. But I mean, what's going on in Minnesota with their quarterbacks and all that? If you're a Saints fan and you see that, this is what you want. You want a coach like Kevin O'Connell, KO, they call him KOC, that can develop a culture, a winning culture, and can develop a quarterback that can succeed in his system. And that's what the Vikings are doing right now with Sam Darnold. So I'm gonna scroll down and talk about the write up that he put for the Saints on why they should make a move for JJ McCarthy. He has number one on the list. When Derek Carr is when healthy, Derek Carr is an above average quarterback. This move could be more about clearing up the Saints' future cap sheet by trading a four-time Pro Bowl quarterback elsewhere while replacing the 33-year-old, with a much younger solution. Yet, Carr's $51 million cap in 2025, pulling this move off may be tricky for New Orleans. Now, this is where he makes a lot of sense at. This is where he brings it home at. Quote, yet with Carr's $51 million cap number in 2025, pulling this off may be tricky for New Orleans. He's right. No team is going to want Derek Carr at that number. They may want Carr. They probably Carr was most likely going to have a market, but not at that number. Not at $51 million. Now if they can get Carr to take a pay cut, then maybe. Or if they can release Carr and eat the money, like a lot of people want the Saints to do, just go out and outright release him and just eat the money, they may take Carr. These teams may sign Carr to a relatively cheap contract because they know that he's still getting paid by the Saints. similar to how what happened with Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? But if the Saints, let's just say in a magical world, that an alternate world that the Saints do trade for JJ McCarthy. Now, mind you, that McCarthy was a part of the same draft class as Spencer Rattler. Would that make the Saints QB room a lot better? Maybe. It makes it more intriguing, with McCarthy in the building and Spencer Rattler. I think you would have two young quarterbacks, in your room. Hayner will most likely be the weak link, maybe. But the issue with this is that who will be the coach? Who will be the head coach? You know what I'm saying? Who will be the offensive coordinator in there that can develop these guys? Now this will make sense if a move like this would make a lot of sense if um the Saints had to go ahead and hire Brian Flores, who is now the Vikings defensive coordinator, to become their head coach. He may see something in McCarthy that he wouldn't have an issue with just going out there and outright cutting Derek Carr, eating the money, and making the move for JJ McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if we had to get to sign somebody like hire somebody like a Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, and they recommended the Saints, pursue McCarthy, I'll be down for it because we saw what Liam Cohen is doing in Tampa Bay with Baker Mayfield. We see what Ben Johnson is doing with Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? So it will make sense. You know what I'm saying, from that aspect. But right now, there's just so many unknowns with the Saints that it would be difficult to fathom a trade like this of this magnitude. Now, I don't know how the fans will take this because there's a lot of people out there, a huge segment of the Saints fan base that are emotionally tied to Spencer Rattler. There's another segment of the Saints fan base that are tied to Derek Carr and believe that if certain things went a certain way, Derek Carr could be the guy down the stretch for right now. You know, but I don't know, man. I don't know if this would make a lot of sense. I mean, it depends on who the head coach is. Depends on who the coach is. You know, because uh, one thing I could think I could count on next season, and this is just my opinion. I could be wrong on this. I think Derek Carr will be on the roster next season, but it won't be not. It will not be at $51 million. It won't be at this number right here, this cap number. I think they talk to him about taking a pay cut, in my opinion. You know, but other than that, man, uh, I think the writer of this story is, justified for putting the Saints on this list because they do need to be in the quarterback market for the future, for finding that next guy of the future. Because I don't think that their long-term, 10-year franchise QB is on the roster right now. I don't think that he's on the roster right now, in my opinion. I think Derek Carr is a quarterback for right now, but for down the stretch, down the road, future, he's not the guy. You know, unless we get somebody like Kevin O'Connell, a coach of that built of that makeup, that could come in and drastically change Carr's career to similar to what happened with Jared Goff in Detroit, similar to what happened with Sam Darnold in Minnesota, similar to what happened with Baker Mayfield in Tampa Bay. Now those things are rare, man. Those things are rarities. It's not that rare. It's not that often that stuff happens. You know, and the Saints, if that would happen to Derek Carr under the Saints' watch, the Saints would be lucky again, blessed again to have that happen because it happened with Drew Brees, you know. But we'll see how it all play out, man. There's a lot that's gonna go down between this Sunday and the next couple of weeks, next couple of days, as the Saints pursue their next head coach. Is going to most likely change, the usher in a new era of Saints football. So looking forward to seeing that play out. But the other teams he has on this list is the Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, Pittsburgh Steelers, Giants, New York Giants, New York Jets, Las Vegas Raiders. So overall, we got 7 teams, man. And teams of the 7 teams on this list make a lot of sense, including the New Orleans Saints. So there's that. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Do you think the Saints should make an attempt to pursue JJ McCarthy in the offseason? And also check out sportsview360.com /Saints for latest content on the New Orleans Saints organization. I'll probably be doing the Saints versus Bucks preview later on in the day. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out. Who that? Happy New Year.